So finally, we are here and we are at the office of the SRC President at GCTU. Please, would like to know you. Introduce yourself.
All right, thank you very much. My name is Owusu Sarpong, popularly known as Abranti. I'm a telecommunication engineering student, currently a level 400 student. As you are aware, I'm the SRC president. A little background about myself: I had my basic education in Garrison Basic School in Bemakam, where I started from class 1 all the way to Form 3. Then I went to St. John's Grammar Senior High School, where I had my secondary education, which I completed in 2017.
Okay.
And then I came to the university to study telecommunications. And growing up, I wanted to do medicine, but I noticed that my grades are not good enough to pursue medicine. And then I also had developed interest for politics, so I said, fine, let me do telecommunication engineering. Whilst growing, I can complement it with politics, and that's where I am today.
I don't want to cut you, but you made mention of something. We have something to do with politics. So, how does politics got to what link does the politics have to do with you deciding to pursue telecom engineering?
I think I was born to do politics.
Okay.
And politics, everyone does politics. Even in your family, you do politics. Your dad happens to be the president. Your mother, you guys take orders from your dad. That's
Okay.
even politics. Politics are cut across every place. So if I hear people saying they are not doing politics, I laugh. But politics, everyone is doing politics.
All right. All right. Whether domestic or
Exactly, you're doing politics.
Okay. So tell us about your family. Yes.
My family.
Yes. Do you have any siblings?
Of course, I come from a family. We are 7. I'm the fifth born.
Football. Oh, wow. Then like we are almost to a football team.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now, my dad happens to be a pharmacist.
Pharmacist.
My mom is a business lady. I come from Convo Price in the Eastern region.
Okay, in the Eastern region. Yeah, business region and things. So it's okay. So right now you are the SRC president. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. How many months now?
7 months.
7 months now, and I guess very soon you'll be handing over your position to your successor.
Exactly.
All right. So we want to know your experience so far. How is the experience being the SRC president of GCTU?
Well, so far so good. It has been challenging. I always make this statement anywhere I go. Rome was not built in a day. Of course, it wasn't built in a day. It's a step-by-step process. What we need is to start from A before we get to B and move to C. Leading intellectuals is very difficult. Everyone in his own perception. Not everyone will like you. Being an SRC president, not everyone will like you. Regardless, you went for elections and then people even voted against you. So no matter what you do, people will not like you. But they need to prove a point to them. And it's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would have been doing it, but then it's not easy. And I always take inspiration from a man called Jimmy that said, if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is hard, your life will be easy. So I choose to do what is hard, so my life will be easy.
Okay, so your life will be easy. You said something about you being voted against. Okay. Did you experience it? Your close, let's say your close friend, okay, during an election, and you know that this guy, no matter what, he's going to vote for me. But on the day of election, you realize that what your friend is doing, it's possible he's going to vote against you. Did you experience that?
The simple answer to your question is that there is no true friend in politics. Once you have that at the back of your head, and you're a politician, you're a leader, you are good to go.
You're good to go. Yes. So, going with what you just said, that there is no true friend in politics.
Yeah.
All right. How did you read?
How did I read?
Yes.
Alright, so it started from level 100 when I got to GCT. You're the first General Assembly meeting. I met the then SRC president, the person of Excellency Pamela Abuajuamanti. I told her I want to be the SRC president in one evening. He said, wow, you can do that. I said, okay, I'll do my best. So the next following year, the president came and then I went in for a committee member, academic committee member, where I served in the SRC as a committee member, and I was trying to make myself
Which
known.
committee?
Academic committee,
Academic
trying to
committee.
make my name and everyone know that fire branch is existing on campus. So I then followed up. I went up being the deputy academic committee of the SRC, and that groomed me, and today I happen to be the SRC president.
To be the Src president. Okay. We know, well, aside our general elections and aside our by elections, most like one strong politics that is very serious is tertiary politics, or I mean tertiary elections. So how did you go, the campaign and everything? Yeah, how did you go? I want to know how did you go?
It wasn't easy because to me, I noticed that I have the grounds during the election. Working so hard from level 100 to level 300, and just someone from nowhere will come in to contest you is some way. And politics, you can't say that you've won until they've counted the last votes in the ballot boxes. So you need to always put in the work. So everyone in your branch is coming for SRC president on campus, and then from nowhere, two IT people jumped in to contest me. I was cool because I knew that it wouldn't be easy. So that's fine.
And you
So
were and you believed in yourself that
of
you
course,
got this.
of course.
So great to
You
me.
see, you need to be tactical about things, and that's what I did. And my team, my whole team was intact right from level 300. So I knew I'll win the elections. And there's a perception from students that this guy is from this political affiliations and that you use to rig the elections and all that. But then it's cool. I believe in free and fair elections, and I know me, I'll beat you. If you go for election 5 times, I'll beat my opponent, and I believe so. It's tactics. I spent way over 45,000 in my elections.
Over 45,000.
In my elections, I printed T-shirts and all that.
Then you must be rich.
I'm not rich. I'm trying to be a big man like you.
But stop fooling me. I'm not a big man. Okay, so you taking the mandate and the role as the SRC president. You've represented the school or the student body various places. Recently, I saw you on GTV where
Okay.
you were on a panel expressing your view on one particular issue. I have forgotten the topic per se. How does it feel representing the entire student body at that national level? How is it?
So great, because a young boy, let's say a small boy from nowhere, to someone tell me that I was in class 6 that you count the SRC, I might slap the person. I never had the intention. I've never held any position right from level class 1 to SHS. I've never held any position before. Just university, I went in for this position. So it's so great. And leading intellectuals, as I always say, it's not easy. We go for NEC meetings, and then you have to brag about your school. Your school happens to be the best institution. I can't remember we had a NEC meeting at Somenia, where the KNUS as president came to say they are the best university in Ghana. I also took the opinion and said we are the best IT institution also in Ghana.
That one is very true.
Of course, that is the truth. Everyone is trying to brag about their school.
Yes, that one is very, very true. Yes. So, right now, taking the mandate again as the SRC president of this great institution, I know that you were having some major, or I should say, you were having one major policy that was at the back of your mind that if I should win, this is what I'm going to do. What was that policy, and has it been achieved, or is still in the pipeline?
Of course, it has. Right from level 200, and I was working with the SR, so I noticed that processes was started for the construction of the multi-purpose court. So when I assumed office, that was part of my manifesto. So when I assumed office, I got the documents. I had to fast track everything, and then I had meeting with management for us to commend the multi-purpose court. And then the time frame for the work to be completed was 7 months. I'm just hoping to finish and cut off for this project. But that was one major project I wanted to achieve. I think I've done.
Done. Okay. So So that major project that you are thinking of, what benefit would it how beneficial would it be to the student's body?
Of
Because
course.
definitely someone out there who doesn't know you very well, or who hasn't gotten the chance like the way I'm privileged to get a chance to have this exclusive interview with you, someone far away will be like, why are we building this whilst we have other things to do? Why are we going in for this?
You see, aside academia, students have to enjoy their university lifestyle. Here in GCT, it's more, I always say, it's more of students who come to school and they will leave to their various hostels, which is wrong. Move to Legon and then there are vibrant groups working and all that. Now, the municipal school has a basketball court, has a volleyball court. We already have the football pitch,
Which is the
AstroTurf. So students will be coming in to play, exercise, and then have fun, which I think will contribute to the development of the university. So I think it's a good thing
to the
we are trying
university
to.
and to Ghana as a whole.
Exactly.
Because an athlete who represented Ghana was from University of Ghana and was discovered.
Exactly.
All right. That's nice. And before I I came here, I did my own personal research, and I've realized that a lot of students are complaining about the internet connection on campus, which is one major thing because you hear students saying this is an IT institution, but we don't have any internet connection. We don't have any internet connection on campus. We have to use our own internet, buy our own data. I would like to know, and I think this will be a right platform for you to address this issue and let the entire student body know that what the actual problem is and what you are doing towards resolving that issue.
All right, thank you. It's quite unfortunate students always coming to ask this question, because I've addressed it on countless of occasions, even at the General Assembly. At the last sitting of the General Assembly, I made it known that the school has invested 260,000 cedis to improve upon the internet connectivity on campus. And they were using Vodafone. They are trying to change Vodafone to Garnet. So very soon Garnet will be coming to then change all the internet connectivity we are having on campus. So I think that's what the school is currently doing. This is not SRC can only advocate for it to be done. We are talking about 260,000 cities, and I don't think SRC is capable to raise that 260,000 Ghana cities. What we can fight and then advocate so it can be done on time. And that is what my administration, myself, and my executives are currently working on it to be done. So hopefully, in a month or two, this problem will go.
Yes, you made mention of money, 260 something thousand Ghana cedis. You know, it is perceived and it is believed that the SRC
It's rich.
is rich, and holding a position in the SRC means that you would have access to like the privilege to enjoy the students and the school money. Is that true?
That's never true. You see, being an SRC president or being an SRC doesn't mean you are rich. We all had our money one way or the other before we came into the position. If you have the mentality that you're coming for SRC position just to milk money, trust me, you're in the wrong place. You need to just return. Every student is entitled to pay just 30 Ghana cedis a semester as SRC gives to us.
All right.
We have a population, an intact population of 6,000 students. 6,000 times 30 gives 180,000 cedis. Students expect SRC to have sports day for them. Expect SRC to have artist night, SRC week, Akoba week, and Miss GCTU. All these people I just mentioned will not take less than 35,000 each.
Which is very true.
All these people I just mentioned. At the end of the day, there will be no money. So students will sit there and think SRC is making money, but it's wrong.
All right.
Sometimes you need to take the bull by their horn and even go outside to get scholarship sponsorship and come in to give the students. When I assumed office, I noticed that my predecessor started a scholarship something of the SRC. As of now, we are trying to mobilize funds to pay this scholarship. I told my executive in this semester I need to award 5 students. I have the list on my table right now as I speak. We are trying to pay these fees for these students by close of next week.
All right. Would some of us be privileged to enjoy the scholarship? Mr. President.
I hope and pray.
All right. So now, in every institution, we know has something to do with politics. All right, and in Ghana now, we have two major political parties, which is the NDC and the NPP. Now, which I'm so much sure that on this campus, we have a TESCON group, and we have a team group on campus. Being the SRC president puts you in the position of being a neutral person.
Yeah.
How is the rule to be like? Because I know personally you have your own political affiliation, but being the SRC president, you have to be neutral. How is it like? How is the rule? How is it going?
Well, these are political, let me say, groups registered. Currently, all registered. When I assumed office, I noticed that Tesco wasn't registered, but the team was registered. So you had to call them to order. And currently, Tesco is registered. Now they are all working independent one way or the other. But then at the end of the day, you are still under the umbrella of the SRC. When you have a program, you need to make sure the SRC is aware of that, and we receive the go ahead to have it. Once it clashes any of our program, we'll let you know that, my friend, this clash with this program, you need to withdraw your program down. But then, as I speak now, they are all under the student leadership of the SRC.
Right.
And we try our best to support both TESCON and TIN one way or the other.
All right. So right now, there is a major challenge that we all are facing.
Which is?
Because I myself, I'm a student here. We are facing a challenge, or yes, I should say a challenge, with the registering of our course. Okay, because I've seen a lot of messages being directed to the academic committee chair, which is in the person of Honorable Harrison Amako. Yes, and he has tried addressing it. What actually happened and what are we doing?
I talk about the students being a queue.
Yes, about like paying their fees, and they can, because previously after paying the fees, in 2 days time you will receive a zip code which you use to register your course. But as it stands now, after paying your fees, you have to come to campus, and before you can be able to register your course. And in some circumstances, some of my colleagues came to tell me that management be like, you've not paid your fees, so you should go and bring back the receipt for the fees that you paid maybe last semester or last 2 semesters before you can be approved to register your course. What actually happened and what is going on?
You see, let me start with this. There is a quote that says that if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. Sometimes we happen to be our own enemies. When the SRC or the school came to students that they should come and reconcile on their statement or account, I think the student failed to address that or go and then get it done. That is why we are facing this issue. Personally, I've gone to the director of finance to fight over this issue, but then I've noticed that it's in the interest of the school and interest of the students as well. Because there are some students who open their back office and they know that they are even owing about 10,000 students.
Yeah.
The school, in a way, changed their positions where the old director of finance is no more there. There is a new director of finance, a new registrar, a new director for audit, and even a new pro VC. So if the database that was used is, they don't really have an accurate database they are working with. That's why they are insisting for students to come and get their account reconciled so they can get a chance to move on. Currently, the school is on debt, only around 20 million plus. That is why they happen to do all this back and forth with students. But trust me, I want to apologize to students for this, but then let's get it done. I know we are just facing the problem for today. Tomorrow we will not face this problem.
Sure. That's. So you taking the mandate, as the SRC president, what are some of the collaborations that you've done so far that will be like a legacy that when your successor comes, be like, I have to maintain this collaboration that my predecessor has started,
All right,
both internal and external.
All right, so you signed a couple of MOUs since I assumed office. What happens to be with the Hit FM, where you see them currently here? We had an encounter with them last semester. They were to come and have this program last semester, but then there are a few issues we are having, so it couldn't happen. And they are in today. They have sponsors, Access Bank, or that sponsoring them. I happen to know that. So my next leadership coming, they will happen to work with them. And personally, I've been on Hit FM myself just once. Even today, my PRO was on Hit FM.
Which I saw it.
Exactly.
And
so
he gave you a shout out.
I noticed that, but then so the bond between us and then Hit FM, I think, will grow as time goes on.
Yes. Okay. So, my last question before we wrap up the entire show is the transparency. How transparent and accountable is the SRC to the students?
101%.
101%. Why 101%?
Before any SRC, let me say, the Constitution gives a mandate for the SRC to spend and inform GA. You can go in for money and come and inform GA. There is a slight margin in the Constitution.
What is the GA?
GA happens to be the General Assembly.
Okay.
We have 3 arms of government.
Okay.
So on campus, we happen to be the executive officers. We have the judiciary and the legislative body.
Okay. So
that's the legislative body of the SRC. They ensure that there are checks and balances happening in the SRC. You are just there to ensure that we control our spendings of the SRC. So, should you happen to spend some money, let's say as I'm talking to you like few months before GA, once we go to GA, we need to inform you that GA, we spent 60,000 cedis and this is what we use the money for. We need to give a breakdown. But it's students' money. Once you spend a peso, I need to be accountable to them. SRC can be accountable to all the students. That's why you've elected the class rep to represent you at GA. So it's the work of the class rep to take that information from the SRC and now move to the class members and then communicate to them. That's what happened in Parliament, where you see an MP representing the whole constituency that will come in for them and then send it back to the constituents. That is how it's done on campus here. Also, some of the expenses you need to move to GA with the budget. Once GA approved that, let's say Sports Day, should we present somewhere around 80,000 for Sports Day? GA has the mandate to slash it to somewhere 40,000. If they see that it's no need, there is some few lapses in there, that's how they're trying to make something out of it. They can just bring it down and then we go for it. So there is no money that SRC can go for it without the notice of the General Assembly.
Without the notice of the General Assembly. Okay, very good. So you said you have 3 arms of government. Okay, meaning we are practicing governance in our
own. Of course, exactly. Yes, small way.
Yes. So I would like to know. Yes, all these people, are they being paid?
What?
Like you being the SRC president, the other executives, the Speaker of Parliament, the GA, all these people, are they being paid?
I wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't say no. What we get as SRC executive is called stipend. Stipend is something small for you to run your day-to-day affairs.
How much?
I'm coming before I get there. As an officer, you might be going to, let's say, Joy FM with your own personal money. So I tell the amount of money my executive and I will spend on daily basis. You just give me clap for me.
Yeah.
As an SRC president, I wouldn't disclose the amount. I'll give you range.
Because I some time ago saw you doing massive cash out. So like
massive cash out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's my own money. As you see, the only money you get. Let me use SRC president. Okay. My allowances for a month ranges just between 250 cedis and 350 cedis. That's a very small amount.
Should we do a background check?
Of course, you can do that.
250 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
To 350
But then students will see us in knife kaftan, nice African print, and they see they are chopping us as women.
Yeah, definitely.
I've noticed that students are saying something about me that when I assume the office, I'm a slim. You see, I'm a back here.
Say in the ampa.
Some mocha.
Say ampa.
Oh, young shay. But then it's by the grace of God.
All right. So being the SRC president, like, were you able to meet some,
Target.
some national officials? Yes, as in government and outside government, some big business people. I saw a picture with you with I think the first deputy speaker of parliament. Yes, yeah. I think, yeah. Which other people did you meet being the SRC president?
You want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
Hey.
I want to know. Because you saying it will actually motivate someone out there.
I always
and
say
how
this.
You got there.
I always say this: your network happens to be your network.
Okay.
Growing up, whenever I see someone, I try to connect to the person. I'm that kind of person. Should you call me and I'll pick up? There is no instance where I'll come and see missed calls and then I wouldn't return my missed calls. That is the individual in which I am. I can't change. There will be some SRC president, even after getting the post, you will not even hear from them at all.
Yeah.
I happen to be a different SRC president. I'm around 24. You can call me anytime, any day. I'll pick up for you.
Right.
That is me.
All right.
Now, you need to make connections. I always say that. Should I meet any big man anywhere, I try to connect to the person, no matter who you are. And that's why I'm today. So myself, my executive, we were able to meet some few people in government.
Very good.
First deputy speaker of parliament, we've met the person, and then the rest I'll keep it low key.
Oh really? Okay. So without much ado, I would like to say a very big thank you for giving us.
I thought you asked about my achievement, but I didn't.
Okay. Tell us about your achievements first.
Well, I think students don't know what SRC has done.
Yes.
They don't even know what you are doing. Some students for SRC is useless on campus.
Yeah, it's something that.
Sometimes you go online, WhatsApp platform, they've tagged you, about on some platform. I don't even respond to some of them. You just have to ignore some of these comments from students. You see, quite unfortunately, when I assumed office last year, November, December, we were faced by a very global, like national challenge where a bill was passed by Parliament to increase fees by 15%. And then that day, I felt so sad when I heard the news because I knew that students are expecting things from me. They are seeing Abante happens to be a vibrant gentleman. So what Abante going to do about it? And I said, fine. During the Xmas holidays, myself, we were still on campus. We were trying to put our things to put in place to meet management and then negotiate on them. Of course, the bill said increase up to 15%. That means there was a slight clause that states that you can even reduce it to 1% for us. So we went into a meeting with management over 8 hours. That day I was really bored. I wasn't laughing. That day I was bored, to be honest. We had to place our certificate on the line. I had to stop my PRO that day because the way he was going was overboard. We were so mad. But that was the first assignment student has given to us. It must be fulfilled. So at least we were able to negotiate on the other charge. That was 410. They moved to 310. After that, we told the VC that now let's focus on the school fees. Then we want a reduction in the fees. It wasn't easy, the back and forth. The only issue I had that it couldn't work out, and students are saying that a reduction of 100 studies is not worth it. As I that day, some students went in to pay their fees,
which they shouldn't have.
There was a communique that don't pay fees. Hold on, but they went ahead and paid fees, so they know that now you are complaining your students don't have money. But yes, still students are still paying. So what shows you guys don't have money? So that shows we have money. That was the reason why we couldn't get a big reduction in terms of fees. But then I think going to the negotiation table and then you're able to bring 1%
with the issue that whilst you were negotiating that the fees should be reduced and some students went ahead to pay the fees. Was it not as a result of a poor communication between the SRC and the students?
I would say no. You see, at that point, people didn't believe the kind of leader I am, the kind of leadership that we can portray in my administration. And people were focused on the previous administration because there were a few lapses with the administration. People didn't believe the SRC. The people were even afraid at the point that SRC, you understand? But we went in with our all. Myself, I didn't pay our fees at that point. We were ready to even hit the street for everything. We were ready.
Alright.
So myself, we were ready 24/7. But students sometimes need to listen to their leaders. That's the issue we face on campus. You need to listen to your leaders. Once they tell you something, listen to them. But they know some things where you don't even know. So that's the issue we face in GCT.
Okay. So,
but I'm always happy that should you go for any negotiation and you come in with just a 1%, you've won.
Yeah, it's a win.
Then it's very easy.
Yeah, it's very easy. Yes.
So shall I list my other achievements? You want to know? You've seen them yourself.
Yeah, I've seen some.
New chairs, new table, podiums coming in through the negotiation of the SRC. I quite remember that we went to the business council to check how the place are. I wish I have the videos on my phone. As soon as I got to this office, I opened my laptop and I wrote a letter to the vice chancellor, stating emphatically all the things I went to see were there. And twice the next day he called me that branch here and they're doing so you should all move to the business council to see some of the things I sent to him.
So being the SRC president, you have a direct access to the vice.
You have, because you happen to be the student rep on the university council.
Okay.
University council is the highest decision body in the school.
Yes.
So you happen to represent the entire students on council.
So you have direct access.
You have a direct access to this.
So you can.
And as I speak now, business campus they have AC.
Very good.
Engineering faculty also have AC.
Then what about the forces?
It will be done soon.
We are being cheated.
We're not being cheated. As I speak now, there's a good news coming for forces.
Which is?
There was no association for forces.
I learned there was an association.
There was an issue with that. When I assumed there was no association.
Okay.
God being so good, on Monday, you will come out with a new set of executives to run the forces group.
Are they acting or they've been elected?
They will be appointed to form as more of a subsidiary committee to handle ACS for now.
ACS for now.
Exactly.
Yes. So, okay. I think we are okay with the achievements for now. But
there are many, I can speak about many achievements.
But the most important thing right now is like someone out there is watching this video.
Yes.
And the person is being inspired by some of your achievements and some of the challenges that you face. Because I've realized that almost every question that I ask you, you first of all respond with a quote, which I so much love about the entire conversation with you. I would like you to like motivate someone, tell someone what he or she should do if he or she wants to be in your position in the next year or in the next 2 years.
Oh, I just tell them to go for it.
They should go for it.
Of course. You have to listen to people. This what I always say this. If you listen to people, you will not live. There are people, they will give you the possible reasons why something wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Some people will give you the possible reasons why something will work out. So never listen to people. Just go for it. Go for your ultimate. Not everyone will like you, not everyone will support you. And as I said, if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. Everything is difficult in this world. Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates is Harvard's most successful dropouts. But today they are millionaires. When Mark Zuckerberg wanted to create Facebook, he called 5 friends to the room, told them what opportunity. 3 of them told him he's a very foolish guy. 2 of them told him that Mark is a very foolish opportunity, but I'll go with you. Today Mark is a millionaire and these 2 people are all millionaires. Sometimes you need to take the bull by the horn and go out for it. Everything is difficult. Even pregnancy is difficult. It's very difficult. But then look at how women are getting pregnant by heart on in this country. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard, to be honest. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
Alright. We are so much grateful. Yes. On behalf of the entire team, Maxi Media, we'd like to say a very big thank you for giving us this opportunity, like to have this exclusive interview with you. Would like to have another interview with you some other time.
No problem.
Which will be solely not about SRC, but it will be about you, because like you've actually spoke about a lot that would like our viewers and our audience to get to know more about you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so viewers, on this note, we say a very big thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yes, this video will be on our website. Full article on the interview we had with the Src president will be on our website. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share and comment. Okay, if he said something that you know is not true, let us know. And if he said something that you know is so much true, and you would love to congratulate him for it, just let us know in the comment section. Thank you, and we'll see you some other time. Bye bye.